Big news! CityCast Boise has been nominated for the Best Podcast in Boise Weekly's Best of Boise contest. Now we just need you to make it official by voting for us. Every day we bring you sharp news breakdowns, insider event tips, and the tastiest food recommendations in town, so you never miss what makes our city amazing. And this is your chance to help us shine. Voting's open till May 23rd. It's easy and only takes a few minutes. Just click the link in the show notes. Thanks, everybody. Today on CityCast Boise, we're diving into the wild world of one-star reviews for Idaho's most beloved outdoor locations and trying to guess where the complainers were. Do these critics have legit grievances, or were they expecting luxury on the Foothills? It's Thursday, May 15th. I'm Lindsay Van Allen, and this is what Boise's talking about. Today, I'm joined by our Hey Boise newsletter editor, Blake Hunter, and friend of the show, Rachel Spacek. Like most Idahoans, they love getting to enjoy the outdoors, so we're taking a hike through the funniest one-star reviews of Boise's most iconic outdoor spots. And whether they're from actual haters or clever locals gatekeeping their favorite views, these reviews are so bad that they're actually pretty great. So thank you both for being here today.
Hi, my heart is racing all of a sudden. I'm really nervous now.
Thanks for having us. I'm excited.
Okay, don't be nervous. Blake, don't be nervous. I'm going to ease you into it.
Okay.
This is a real local favorite. Okay, here we go. Review number 1. Quote, "It's terrible. There's still trees underneath. I almost drowned last year because I got stuck under a tree and got impaled by branches." End review.
Okay, so my heart was racing before, and now it just spiked again because obviously, Rachel, they're talking about the river?
Yeah, the Boise River,
like
floating the river.
Floating the river, which like genuinely like getting caught on trees that are still underwater is like the number one way that people get injured or killed.
And this review is the main reason why I will never float the Boise River, because I've heard so many of these stories. Yes, like people almost die like every year or actually die.
Yeah. Honestly, like when you say it like that, I can't argue with you.
Yeah.
But it is such like a summer staple that if you're careful and if you're like with a good group of people and just like try to stay in the middle of the river, you will be fine. But also I respect your choice here.
Okay. Let's jump into another spot, a change of pace a little bit. The first review, I don't know why this was a 1-star review, but it is, quote, "Men hiking shirtless and people blasting music," end quote.
Where do men go? What do men do these days?
That feels existential, Blake.
I feel like this could be a lot of trails that I've been on in Boise, honestly.
I know. I'm leaning somewhere near Camel's Back. I'm leaning maybe Hulse Gulch.
Okay,
yeah.
Here we go. I'll give you one more. You guys want another hint?
Yes.
Please.
Okay. Quote, "Painful. I thought I was dying."
Okay.
I think I'm going to go Table Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, Rachel, you
You're
got
right.
it.
Because I just feel like people underestimate it. It's really so hard.
It is steep. It's
Yeah.
like really quickly. It gets very steep. And that is a place where men do be walking shirtless and blasting music. That's right. Okay.
One more quote that I thought was great, or one more review. This one was fantastic. Again, not sure why this is a 1-star. They said, I quote, "I pray to God daily that they'll add 2 more crosses so we can have a sweet crucifixion experience while hiking. Nature is boring and needs more religion. Am I right?"
Oh my God.
Wow.
Well, I don't even know where to start with this. Actually, a little plug for myself. I have a really good article up on like the Hey Boise like website that is about the history of the Table Rock Cross. It's actually very fascinating, and it like ties back to like a homophobic scandal in the 1950s. So you should go check it out.
Yeah.
And we have an episode about it, actually.
I do wonder if that review, that's definitely sarcasm, no? Or is it not? They actually do want more religion on their hiking trails.
I read it as sarcasm, but sarcasm is my natural tongue, my first language. So it was giving sarcasm to me, but maybe they were in earnest. I don't know. There's lots of people in the world.
Yeah, I have to question it a little bit.
Okay, so let's jump to another review. Okay, so new spot, Last one was Table Rock. Here is our next nature experience. Quote, overgrown, had to bushwick, legit no trail, had to turn around.
Okay.
Ready for another hint?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Literally no trail. Almost died on multiple occasions. Seriously, don't go. Trail was so gone, we started climbing the canyon walls to get out.
Okay, so you shouldn't be there. Like, if there's no trail, there's no trail, y'all.
I feel like this is not a trail.
Yeah, this reminds me a lot of hiking spots in like the Magic Valley and stuff where people are like hiking into the canyon and they certainly shouldn't be. But near the canyon, is this up by like Lucky Peak? You did say canyon. That word is in there, right?
Yeah, canyon's in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the word canyon walls, to be specific.
Could this be Jump Creek?
It is. Wow.
It is? Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You did it.
Living in Caldwell for a year has paid off in many ways.
Wow, good job, Blake.
Thanks.
Yeah, lots of reviews talking about having to bushwhack, that the trail is overgrown. Somebody said that the trail is a zoo full of people and dogs. So
that's like every trail.
So is there a trail or is there not a trail? I don't understand.
The reviews were either there was a trail, but it was full of people and dogs and children, or that there was no trail and they were bushwhacking. So people are having really wildly different experiences at Jump Creek.
That tracks. Yeah.
These reviews are so funny because it's like, yeah, there's going to be people and dogs on a trail. Like,
literally.
I go hiking with my dog like all the time.
Like, you expect to encounter those things. It also, I feel like we should be getting like half points for guessing correctly where these reviews are being posted. I'm like, are these on like TripIt? Like Yelp? Like, where'd you get that one specifically, Lindsay?
They're coming from like Google reviews, Yelp, All Trails. So it's a variety, but it definitely was interesting to see with Jump Creek. This one specifically, it was two very separate categories of we almost died, you can't make it, it's incredibly scary, and like there was a pack of toddlers on the trail. And so I mean, so I'm like, I don't know what people are doing at Jump Creek. It's really I don't know. Those are two very different experiences that people are having.
Totally.
All right, for our next spot, we are going to venture outside of the immediate Treasure Valley area. So maybe just kind of broaden your thoughts about where this could be. It's not like super far, but, just outside of the Treasure Valley. Okay, so first review. This one's fantastic. I love it. Should never went because I don't like walking very far. Plus, there are no fish in it. It was the worst thing ever.
Don't like walking far.
I love when people who don't like walking are like, I chose a walking experience and I'd like to tell you about how much I hated it.
There's no fish. And this is outside of the Treasure Valley. Okay.
No fish.
I'm forgetting the name of the reservoir to the south. Is it like CJ Strike?
Wait. Oh, wait, no, this is Treasure Valley.
Yeah.
This one's outside Treasure Valley.
Okay.
Where do you define the Treasure Valley as being?
Where would no fish be?
Where would no fish be? But you have to walk to it.
Can we get another one? Or
yeah,
okay.
absolutely. Yeah. Here we go. This one's a little bit longer of a review. I was excited to visit because I had seen photos that make it look so beautiful and serene. But when we visited on a Wednesday in July, it was anything but peaceful. It was very crowded. The people had set up their campsites shoulder to shoulder around the lake shore. We had trouble even gaining access to the lake between campers, and finding a spot to photograph the lake without tents, coolers, and barbecue grills was impossible.
Okay, it's Payette Lake.
Yeah, I was going to say Payette.
Yeah.
Close.
Close.
It's Stanley Lake.
Oh, Stan. Okay.
Are there no fish there?
I guess there's not a lot of fish there, and but you don't really have to walk to.
No,
get there.
like from your campsite. You're not like. I know why y'all said Payette. That makes sense. I know that first review is a little. There are hikes around it, but like you can be at the lodge. Like you don't really have to walk if you don't want to.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Maybe this person's like family dragged them on a hike or something.
Yeah.
And they gave a bad review. I don't know.
I'm guessing. Yeah, because there's walks around that, there's pretty easy ones. I don't know. So yeah, no, that might have thrown you off a little bit. I can see that. I can see. Okay. Here we go. This one had some of my favorite reviews of anywhere. This was fantastic. Okay. First review. Dead fish everywhere. Smelt like death. Water was hot as a hot tub.
I think I know what this is.
Oh, no.
Okay, let me read two more. There's two more that I love.
Oh, my God.
Okay. My grandpa drowned here. Pretty gross place if you ask me.
Rachel?
I think it's Lake Lowell in Nampa.
It is.
No.
Okay.
No.
It is.
I just feel like that's the place.
Yeah. Hey, sorry about your grandpa.
Yeah,
I know. That was kind of
wow.
like, I don't know if you, do you really do a 1-star review for like when your grandpa drowned someplace? That seems, maybe that speaks to the age in which we live.
Yeah. Sorry.
Lots of reviews about sometimes it's awesome, sometimes it's not, hit or miss, mostly a miss, and lots of reviews about E. coli. So
Yeah. I mean, the water is definitely, like, you have to be careful, but people really love to hate on Lake Lowell. And, like, I don't know, like, you're getting what you're getting. Like, it's a canal-fed lake. I don't know what people expect from it, but
Yeah, I agree. Like, is it that much different than, like, I don't know, other places that I feel like I was going to name another place, but I didn't want it to get some shade.
Rachel's about to give her own 1-star review.
Is it that much different than Lucky Peak? Let's be real.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm David Plotz, the CEO of CityCast. We've all set health goals: lose weight, exercise more, eat better. But without a plan, those goals often fade. That may have happened to you. It has definitely happened to me. And that's where Prolon comes in. Prolon's 5-day fasting mimicking diet gives you a science-backed, structured approach to stay on track and see real results. And now Prolon is upping their game with the new next-gen 5-day program, delivering the same science-backed benefits in a cleaner, more convenient, and more flavorful format. Prolon is a plant-based nutrition program featuring soups, snacks, and beverages designed to nourish the body while keeping it in a fasting state, triggering cellular rejuvenation and renewal. Next Gen builds on the original Prolon with 100% organic soups and teas, a richer taste, and ready-to-eat meals. Developed over decades at USC's Longevity Institute and backed by top U.S. medical centers, Prolon has been shown to support biological age reduction, metabolic health, skin appearance, fat loss, and energy. I've been doing the 5-day program, and I feel so much better. I really enjoy the tasty energy bars, the snacks and soups, and the fact that I can enjoy meals, even though the calorie count is super low. The flavors and textures are excellent. An olive oil snack here, broccoli and quinoa soup there, hibiscus tea, a yummy nut bar. It's got the benefits of a 5-day fast, but doesn't have the challenge of doing it with pure liquids. It's a system reset. And also, I know this sounds funny, but it's not. The packaging and directions are fantastic, clear, and well-organized and thoughtful. For a limited time, you can be first in line to experience the new Next Gen at special savings. Prolon is offering CityCast listeners 15% off site-wide, plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day program. Just visit prolonlife.com/city. That's PROLONLIFE.com/city to claim your 15% discount and your bonus gift. prolonlife.com/city. This episode of CityCast is sponsored by Babbel. Learning a new language opens the door to new friends, new cultures, maybe even a whole new life. So why not start the journey today with Babbel? You can start speaking a new language with confidence thanks to Babbel's conversation-based technique. It quickly teaches you useful words and phrases about the things you actually talk about in the real world. There are more than a dozen languages available for you to learn at your own pace, with material tailored to your individual proficiency level, interests, and time availability. I'm David Plotz, CEO of CityCast, and I've been learning Spanish with Babbel and brushing up a teeny bit on my French. But there's also Turkish, Swedish, Dutch, German, many more languages. Babbel's tips and tools for learning a new language are approachable and accessible. It's like having a private tutor in your pocket. I particularly love Babbel's guided conversations, which let me practice real-world conversations what to say at the doctor's office, how to leave a party, using speech recognition to make sure I'm getting the pronunciation right. Babbel's mobile app and website have real-time feedback, progress trackers, and clear visualizations. They're helping me improve my Spanish in only 10 minutes a day. So get talking with Babbel. I want you to learn another language, so I'm teaming up with Babbel to gift you 55% off subscriptions, but only for CityCast listeners at babbel.com/CityCast. Get up to 55% off at babbel.com/CityCast. Spelled BABBEL.com/CityCast. Babbel.com/CityCast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Just for everyone who likes a little friendly competition, we are currently tied. Blake has 2 points and Rachel has 2 points. So
nice.
Let's say we have 2 more spots, and let's see if we end in a tie or if we can declare a winner.
Okay, let's do this.
All right. This next one, I'm going to read it how it was written. There was a lot of yelling in the typing of this.
Nice.
So
okay,
I'm trying to put myself in this person's shoes. Okay, here we go. 1 star because it won't let me leave 0 stars. I'll give 4 reasons to support my low ratings. 1, hot. No AC in camp bathrooms. No shade on the climbs. No breezes to stifle my wife's complaining about the heat. 2, bad climbing. 3, only one place sold ice cream. 4, my wife's allergies were out of control. Multiple exclamation points. I pay taxes! Exclamation point. Kill your giant dandelions! Exclamation. Bonus, no Wi-Fi, no stars.
Wow.
Some people feel so entitled to nature.
Like,
and to having AC.
Only one place sold ice cream. What is this?
What is this? You want
That's
AC
not
in
America.
You want AC in your public bathrooms? Nice try. Wow.
And like, this also feels like, I don't know, like his wife was hot and had allergies, or their wife was hot and like, I'm sorry, but it's outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. We are talking about nature. You are going to experience nature, and nature doesn't have AC and Wi-Fi.
And that leads us to, honestly, I have no idea where this is.
Okay,
I don't know climbing spots very well.
Yeah,
so
here we go. I'll do one more. This one might be a little bit better of a hint. That one was just fun to read. Overrated don't come. The rocks are so big, it takes forever to walk around them. The place stinks of juniper.
Oh, is this City of Rocks?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah, nice. Okay. So that's a tough one. That's like 3 hours away. Okay.
Wow. I mean, the point of going to City of Rocks is to do rock climbing. So yeah, the rocks are big.
The rocks are big.
Mm-hmm. It apparently takes forever to walk around them. So depending on what you're going for, that might be a plus or a minus for you.
Also, there is not a restaurant or like any public area within like 60 miles of the City of Rocks that has Wi-Fi or AC. So I don't know what you were expecting. Or ice cream. So I don't know really what they were expecting. But yeah, these don't sound like real climbers to me. I'll say that.
No. And I went to City of Rocks a few summers ago, and I'm not a climber, but I went with my friends who are climbers, and I had a grand old time.
It's beautiful.
Probably because I wasn't expecting AC in the restroom.
Certainly.
No, I think, okay, so I'm really curious. What do y'all think? I mean, we haven't gotten through all of them yet, but do you think people have unrealistic expectations? Do you think some of these are fair? Do you think some of this is like, hey, you're in nature. It's not going to be like completely suited to your comfort. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
I mean, I think that these people definitely do, but we also have to remember, like, we're working with not just the outliers, but like the people of the group of people who go to these places and have a really bad time. We're also working with a small section of them that feel compelled and righteous enough to leave a 1-star review. So I don't want to like paint a broad swath of that, but I would say, yeah, in general, there's a lot of entitlement here. And it also is kind of, not to get a little bit somber, but it's making me think about like all of the cuts to like federal park and state park systems this year, and like how many fewer employees are going to be like staffing these places to keep them clean and whatnot. Like, I don't know, these we might be getting more 1-star reviews, I guess is what I'm saying, and that people maybe more people with even lower expectations than these people will start being disappointed, which is unfortunate because mistreatment of the land and like these systems can kind of compound on each other.
No, I think that's a really like important comment to make. I also feel like a good portion of these are, kind of like you're in nature, if you have allergies, you're gonna have allergies, you're gonna be hot if you're hiking in July. Like, I do understand slightly like some of the complaints about crowds, but again, like, one of the reasons why I stay in Boise, why we love Boise, is because like the trails are so accessible, like, so close to the city. So you have to expect, like, if I'm going to like Stanley or the Sawtooths, I'm expecting fewer people if I'm like going on a backpacking trip. But if I'm going to Camel's Back or other places, I know that there are going to be people, there are going to be kids, there are going to be dogs, like, that's just how it is. And we want people to be outside and enjoying the trails. So I just, I kind of don't love the complaints of there's so many people on the trail. Like, we should be happy that there are people enjoying nature and, being outside.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it sounds like a lot of these people are just maybe not super experienced because like you're saying, Rachel, like there's a social etiquette too of like how to be outside. And so maybe these people just are not accustomed and haven't kind of like paid attention to how other people are acting enough to like know how to be part of the whole system, because it's like even though you're outside and you're like in nature, you feel like it should all work for you, and it's like that's not really how it works.
Totally.
Well, and I wonder too with some of these where it says like I thought I was dying, I thought lots of like I thought I was dying reviews. I wonder if sometimes our proximity creates problems for people where they think it's just right here, I'm just driving 10 minutes, it's and it's not, you're not going to a park necessarily where it's all a manicured lawn and like these, little cemented paths. And so I wonder if some people are, like, oh, I don't have to drive far. And, I've accidentally done this too where I'm like, oh, it's so easy. Don't even worry about it. Like, just, have your water, have your, just takes a couple hours. And so I don't always know how that translates to somebody else if they're going to show up in flip-flops and they didn't bring water. And I don't know what their level of hiking or trail experience is. And so they get out there and it's a little more challenging than they thought, but because it's so close and people talk about how easy and accessible it is, sometimes I wonder if that sets people up for failure a little bit.
I totally see that. And I think you have to learn quickly to kind of figure that out for yourself.
Okay, so here is another spot. And it was a little difficult to find negative reviews for this spot. But there was like one theme in really negative reviews about this locale, this nature spot. Okay, so here was one I found that kind of encapsulated a lot of these complaints. If you enjoy being harassed by dogs upon dogs who have no recall, then enjoy. This was one of the most stressful hikes I have done with my leash-friendly dog. Go to Corrals Trails, much more respectful humans.
This might be Camel's Back.
Yeah.
Or Hill's Gulch, yeah.
Ooh, or I think that military reserve has a lot of off-leash dog opportunities.
That is really true, yeah.
I don't know if I'm quite ready to guess.
Me neither.
Okay. Let me do one more. We'll see how helpful this is. Would be so much nicer if bike riders and dogs obeyed the rules.
Could go either way.
Oh my gosh. I just want to go on a little diatribe really quickly and say mountain bikers in the foothills this season so far, I'm not impressed with y'all. Y'all do not know the right of way. Y'all are annoying me, to be honest, as a runner.
Just hearing Blake, you say that, I feel like we could have a whole episode on this.
I think we should. I actually think we should, because I'm getting real tired of it.
Yeah, I've had some bad experiences, like,
Yeah,
maybe a trail etiquette, like, hey, all.
Refresher.
Yeah.
There's a certain way to do this. Dang, Rachel, because you said it first, you get the point if you're right, but I am thinking you might be right with Fort Boise.
I feel like I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay, final answer?
All right, I'm going with military reserve
I'll
trail.
go Hill's Gulch as backup.
Okay, Blake, you got it. It is it's Hull's Gulch. You said it earlier, so I was so nervous.
Okay.
I'm like, oh no, don't.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Hull's Gulch. Lots and lots of reviews about dogs. Like, not all of them were 1 star, but I think because a lot of people realize like it's not like Hills Gulch Trail's fault per se, but lots of comments about unleashed dogs, about dog bites, about mountain bikers, about people just being aggressive or not, keeping their pets on leashes on the trails.
Yeah, I feel like I know people have a ton of strong opinions about dogs, which I totally get. But I feel like I have like a friendly dog and, we are on leash in the places that require on leash and she's off leash when, she can be off leash. But if we pass a on leash dog, or if I see an on leash dog, like I'm putting her on the leash, I try my best, but I know people have had like horrible experiences. So I totally get it. But yeah, not so much the trail's fault as the people who are using it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think Hull's Gulch in particular, one, it is very high volume. Like it's just a very, probably the most like heavily used trail in Boise. I don't have any stats to back that up. But the other thing is, I think especially at the beginning, like the first like half mile to mile of that trail and that trail area is that it's like kind of close proximity. Like you can kind of turn a corner and not know that someone's there. And especially with dogs and bikes, that can get pretty dangerous pretty quickly. So I think just by the sheer volume of people who use that area, this complaint makes sense to me. But I think it could be Fort Boise too. I think a lot of the same things can be said.
And I feel like, Blake, don't they have like on even days or on odd days, like only bikes can go down Hull's Gulch? Because I feel like they just speed, and because of those corners that you mentioned, it's just like not safe for bikes to go down that with hikers.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know because I don't really run over there. Like I trail run quite a bit and I just avoid Hull's Gulch because of this issue and because there's so much volume and traffic. Like I try to go up through Fort Boise and get up higher above Hull's Gulch and stuff. So I know that there are some one ways and some odds and even days, but honestly, I just don't know. But that is that's a good point to bring up.
Okay. Do y'all feel like you have a bonus round in you?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So this spot is I'm just going to say it's in the state of Idaho, but it's known. So just kind of broaden where you think it could be. It's very nature-y. Okay, here we go. A long way from the freeway is too high a price to look at a boring, stony landscape devoid of any charm.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Hold on. Starting right now until like middle of June, I think this person is talking about Craters of the Moon. It's going to be really pretty. Like the flowers are starting to bloom right now. So if you're going to go to Craters of the Moon, go now. Don't go in August. You will absolutely hate it unless there's like a rainstorm. Am I right? This is Craters of the Moon?
Yes.
Sorry, Rachel. I didn't even give you a chance to. I just got angry about this.
I would say if you're angry, there's one more review I want to read because, wow, this one, I was like, oh, everybody in Idaho is mad at you now. So they said, we basically wasted 4 hours of our day to just look at the same kind of landscape we have in California. For the price they are charging, it's not worth it. You're better off driving across the border to Oregon where you can visit lava tubes for free. Worst national park I've ever been to.
Dang. First of all, not a national park. Get it right. It's a national monument. Rachel, do you have Craters of the Moon thoughts?
Honestly, no. Not as strong as these people or you, I don't think. But I don't know. I just am kind of like, I guess I just don't love the idea of reviewing nature like this. Like, just
it's
being
so
like,
bizarre.
Yeah, like, oh, these rocks were not worth it. Like, who are you?
That only took like 3 millennia for them to exist and definitely not worth the effort.
I have to get off the freeway or whatever.
I know. I'm like, then stay on the freeway.
I was inconvenienced by nature. So any last thoughts, Rachel or Blake, about people's 1-star reviews of different nature areas around the Treasure Valley and around the state?
I feel like in my head, these reviews were either experience-based, like I had a bad time because it was hard or because it was hot or whatever, or this isn't worth it because we have these landscapes in other places. And I feel like the second one I mentioned annoys me more, you know, like I said, it's going to be nature. Like, I don't know. It's just weird to be like, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. I agree. I think, well, first of all, I could just keep playing this game forever. This is really fun. But also I think, I don't know. It's just an interesting like reaction to have, I guess. Like whenever I have like a bad time in nature, I'm like, usually the first thing I review is like my expectations and my preparedness. And I think that that's true for like the vast, vast majority of people. So it's kind of fun just to look at like people who don't have that reaction at all and be like, wow, what a world you live in where you expect nature to like work for you at all times. I'm not over the AC in the bathrooms.
I know.
And only ice cream in one location.
Yeah.
Well, thank you both so much for coming on the show and playing. For anyone who is keeping track of score at home or is really into the competitive side of this episode, Rachel got 2 points and Blake is our winner with 5. So thank you again both for participating.
Wow, good job, Blake. You beat me.
Thanks. In my mind, we were on a team.
Yeah, I feel like we were on the same side.
Yeah.
We're all on nature's side.
Yeah.
That's all for today here on CityCast Boise. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to leave the show a review. It helps other people find us. We'll be back tomorrow morning with our Friday News Roundup. Catch you then.